audition material. That's what we want to go through, right? So you've done your preludio, you're working on your gavotte, your Bruch second movement.
That.
And how's your Mozart? Or you don't want a Mozart?
It's
Uh,
it's coming.
Boring?
No,
You're not bored? That's good.
I'm working on it. It's getting better, I guess.
All right. What shall we start with, Miss Ella?
I don't think we've really done like the Bruch second movement.
Well, since last year, no, we haven't. So let's see where it is.
And I sort of forgot my page turn, I think, so I'm gonna have to flip the pages. But it's fine.
You played it so well from memory last year. Do you still remember the first 4 lines of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can turn the page before. Yes. You have reviewed the first 2 pages extremely well.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's
Only the
the
first
last
two
part that
pages.
needs to, yes. So why don't we just go in order? Let me see if I have my book here because it was here for some time. No, I'm taking it back. So, yes, third finger, my dear. Do you mind? Because otherwise the shift is too long. And there's a blemish too early in the movement. So you want to go with the easier thing. So go ahead and try that. Yes, and now what is the rhythm there? Is it a double dotted rhythm or is it? It's just in the pulse that you hear, it's an eighth note. So don't think of it as a 16th, even though it's technically an eighth. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't want it to feel in a hurry and with some sort of neurosis in it. Yeah. Okay, now, but can we avoid that? Just so we don't have to stop on every note. What you already did the first time was very smooth, very silky, very peaceful, except for just rhythm things and for missing that shift at the beginning. So the devil is in the detail. You've got the big picture in place. You need to fix the detail, and that's where we're going. Ella, do you have a clear image of exactly what you want to hear? Or are you just moving?
I mean, I have like a half one.
So can you just take a few seconds or more than a few if you need to, and really close your eyes and hear exactly how you want that opening to sound, not with the mistakes that were happening. And it's just mistakes is that's a very very strong word, but they're textual mistakes to what he wrote. So can you clean the mental image and the expectation you have from yourself when you start playing? So close your eyes and just sing through that and hear it in the greatest detail. Hear the vibrato pulse, hear the singing quality with the bow, hear how you connect the notes, hear how the rhythmic proportions work with one another in this music. All right, let's put that to the test. I think you divided something very early on. That's one, so you have to save there. Now, Ella, do you try to express anything with this music?
Yeah.
What is it?
What do you mean by like I'm trying to make it expressive.
So basically, playing it with pretty sound is that what how you interpret expressive? You know, when I was your age, I was always kind of confused when people talk. Do you want to sit down?
No.
When people talk about or make this expressive and the meaning of this and that and so on.
Well,
And it's a little bit like as the saying goes, talking about music is like dancing about architecture. But there are certain things that we can convey, and in this case, it's the contour. Do you know that word? Contour, outline. It's the outline of the line itself. It's the shape of the line. So what is happening? Now, what is the key of this piece, first of all?
E flat major.
Okay, so we start on a note that is not the tonic. It's part of the tonic triad, but it's not the tonic. So we have to start on the third scale degree. Then we descend a little bit about that. So this so what is the final note here? B flat, which is what in E flat major?
The fifth.
It's the fifth scale degree. So basically we right, but we get to that B flat through this incredibly expressive C. There's just a world of rising into the appoggiatura and the appoggiatura descending into the B flat. And then we're not done. This is just the beginning of the journey. Then we need to go. There is another appoggiatura here on this, that, and we reach into that. There's something so tender and so. I don't have the vocabulary currently to describe to you what this is, but I hope you hear that in the sound. And so then you reach this. It's our tonic note. Now it comes down to our starting note, right? Because we began on G, and now we have this G rhythmically broken down into different things, and again the appoggiatura into this resolution, which is a half cadence, basically. Do those theory terms that I'm using make sense to you? Do you know what a half cadence is? So here the chord underneath this note at the end of the phrase, it's a B flat major chord, which is what? Dominant. right? That's the dominant chord in E flat major. Do you know what the dominant chord is? It's the one that's built on the fifth scale degree. And that's one that always have to resolve back to tonic. You cannot end the piece on the dominant. The piece always ends on the tonic, right? So a half cadence is a cadence in which you have dominant chord, and the phrase must continue. It's like when you're writing something or speaking something, the need for a comma, and then the sentence goes on. So that's what happens there.
So da, da, that's basically a comma.
Yes. So right, because and then you have to go on with the and the technical term in theory for discontinuation of the phrase is consequent, because you have the antecedent. So what you just stated there with just reaching for the high note is the antecedent in the phrase, and then you have the consequent. So it's again just elaborated to E flat, right? And again that high note. Just a regal chromatic motion, right? And then the final statement. And voila, we're home. Just E flat major is clearly established. So do you see how just with the shape of the line, the story unfolds? Now, I'm not good at playing the piano. I would play the accompaniment for you if I could, because the picture becomes 3D the moment we add harmony to that. But see what you can do with it. See if you can get. You've got such magnificent technical skills. See how you can use them to tell the story. That fourth finger felt not special enough for the needs of the phrase, don't you think? Can you make it maybe? Yes, it needs to be a third finger, just 3-3, or even better, you can substitute for that. Substitute second, yes.
Okay.
My sound cracked on that, but there's something so amazingly tender and special about this descending chromatic line there. So can you not break it? Because you stop your bow. Yes, so no breakage there on that. Is it on up or on down? Oh, okay. I'll trust you.
Sorry, no.
Okay, so. Yes, and feel the G string. See, we can get a wider vibrato because it has to be like the voice of reason, like Zoroastro from the Magic Flute. Remember the wise guy? There's and extremely noble as well. So you need to get. So can you get? I was talking to your mom about the movement of the knuckles for the vibrato. So get wider vibrato and really sustain. Yes. Don't double dot. You're still ta-da, ta-da. It's an eighth note. 1 and 2 and yes. So those 16 notes, they're very broad in this music. Wow, wow, that sound that came out of you and that violin. Could I dig a little bit deeper for one more detail?
Yeah.
Don't stop the bow. So, so do whatever you can. It shouldn't feel like down, up, up. But just it has to be continuous motion while the bow is catching the string in each direction. To think ahead. Yeah, we all have to be good at thinking ahead. I'm old, so I don't have to think ahead that much. Yeah, because I'm set in my ways and yeah. But you, yes.
Can I wash my hands?
Oh yes. Let's stop the recording and yes, absolutely.
It's just they're like dirty.
Oh, you should have started with that. All right. So, Ella, in that phrase on the G string, which is the most special of the notes?
I think honestly the first and the top.
Especially the top note. Yes. Can you put more sustained on it? Consider that to be the one which you sing the most. Right, and you can emote on it a little bit longer. So you can ever so slightly elongate it. We've talked about psychological upbeats, haven't we? Da da da. So you split the note in two, and the second half, which leads toward the next note, that's the linkage. But you make it a little bit longer. Da da da. So that's that would make things more expansive and more special. I'll try one more time, and then we move on. Did you do it? Da, da, da. It was exactly in time. Da, da. And since you're going to do it one more time.
Yeah.
So what do you need to do at the end of that note?
Swirl.
What's the word you use that starts with the G?
Swirl. Trill? I don't know.
What does the pencil do? It tapers. So
I don't know that.
you don't know that word? But I've used it gazillion times in lessons with you. And with everybody actually, because that's one of my favorite things about ends of phrases. They have to caper. Oh, that's why it hasn't been happening, because you don't know that word. Ah. Now we know that word. Do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yes.
The taper was great. The rhythm wasn't right. Yes. No, it's longer. One and two.
I thought you meant the other note was the.
Well, you can also the psychological. A beat can take more time. Great. Now let's go on. Do you want to play without having made a plan? Because if you're going to repeat exactly what you did earlier, we already heard it, so it would be a waste of time.
What do you mean?
So, what do you want the music to express here? Do you remember that you wrote adjectives last year here? Do you remember some of them? No? Well, that was a year ago. You've grown a year since then, so you can make up your new adjectives. Yeah. So what kind of clues did the composer give you about what this is going to be? The dynamic change.
It's piano. But
Okay. What happens to the rhythm? If you just look at the rhythm, the way it's written, does it speed up or slow down compared to what you've been playing?
it's
Right, so it's piano and moving. And now looking at the melody itself, would you say it contains more scales or it contains more leaps? Is it angular or is it so it's very linear? That's a very good word that you used there, linear. Right. So wrong note there. So want to express something. Let's regroup here. Where's is that where the phrase break is, or is it and then a new phrase? What do you think? Right, right. Also, Ella, would you say since you use that word linear, I love that. Your wing has to move in a much more linear fashion for this. It's coming. It's much more coherent. Now,
yeah.
is that a military march all of a sudden? No, this is very tender. You know, have you ever written a letter to a person who you really love and want you to express that? It might have been a thank you note if you wish, but not just thank you for but something that you really mean. Right? Have you done that? Have you done it in your mind?
What do you mean by that?
Well, just thinking about feeling very grateful to somebody for having done something to you, for you. Yeah. So can you put this kind of feeling into playing this music? Because this is music of gratitude and feel good, without being hyper or anything. It's just kind of getting the good stuff in the world. That's the kind of music this is. So. sing that phrase now. Then next one. This one. So we have those two phrases, or they're phraselets. They're not complete phrases. This gesture, right? And then no. If you have to name the notes here, one goes E E E. What's the top note? If you cannot figure it out by ear, look at the music, okay? And then E, 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 B flat. So they're both B flats, but do you see what the difference it makes when one goes up and the other goes down? So the full gesture, you have to sing through that gesture. And then the other one is like alternative version of it. Let's try that. Okay, now let's use some language of violin playing technique. I was hoping we'll have to do that because technique is boring, but it will help us here. Save your bow. Careful. For both of them, you need to save much more bow for the high note. And also use more bow on the so it doesn't sound like military march.
I don't like.
You lost power at the tip again. Save bow, save! Ella, save. You have to save, yes. Yes, and then maybe not. You can slide a little bit, but vibrate until the end of the note, and then right from the beginning of the B flat. So the legato here. Is it your violin? Is it your bow? Yeah, you're going. So yes, and the slide needs to be a little bit more delicate. Right. Yes, and then no singer would do that. So if you want to have any sort of portamento, it would be from the note below, but even better without one, just it's zinging when it should be zagging. That's one place where the dodged rhythm can have a little lilt and elegance to it. And in the other places, the dodged rhythm needs to be a little bit fuller and but don't lift the bow. I saw you earlier with the cats. You're so sweet toward Bubbles, and just this is one of those type of gestures. what needs to happen is on the lower note, you need to be deeper in the string with the bow, and the high note is going to be lighter with vibrato on the high note, and somewhat vocalizing through the slide. Yes, so careful, it's still because you're so low on the bow. Do you see the difference of the weight of the bow? Do you see how light it becomes for the high note? Can you tell that I'm playing with very heavy bow? How can you tell that?
The hair is sort of closer to the string than your more.
Do you see how much the stick is bending into the hair? And now where we come here, I'm turning just on the side of this. And now, do I have much tension between the stick and the hair? Hardly any. So that's what needs to happen. Yes, and then just caress each note. So bubbles, yeah. Yes, and the gesture, what you're putting into the string has to feel like petting that very soft coat there, because it's not a straight line. It's you just react to the shapes of the bow meeting the string and all that. I love that. Do you want to put it all in context one more time? Yeah. From there.
Oh.
So that's an apple, right? You're getting stuck in very small places. You're going trying. So you can still use fair amount of length, but just with a very, very light bow. Much better. Going on. Yeah, that's correct what you're doing, but you're disappearing on the note that will give you the energy to get to the high note. Yes, one more time, so. And is there a retardando the second time?
No.
Huh? No?
Oh, there is. Yeah.
So that's one thing that will make it totally different from the first time. Next time, we move. Go. So let's talk about this one line. You talk to me. What do you see in the contour of it?
It gets, it scales upward and then it does an arpeggio downward, and it crescendos down.
Right. So would you say this is a very calm kind of composed thing, or is there a lot of passion in it?
There's a lot of passion and sort of.
It's very emotional, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, very involved. So that means that you have to work in a particular way with the bow into the string. You think you should be just playing on the surface of the string, or so?
So what
And
I did-
you need to sustain, especially when you have the big descending arpeggio. It has to be with much more involvement. You were saying?
I was just saying on the first note, I started like here, and I'm
Yes, that's exactly right. Now, if you're doing with the bow, turn this way though.
yeah.
So it's better to go the other way. Yes.
I don't know if you
That was beautiful. Going on. That's the process for you. We cracked the code. Okay, okay. You're playing the notes,
Yeah.
but musically speaking, it's a bit of gibberish talk. So we need to put some meaning in it. Uh, so you hear the poggiatura.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to show that. Now, in this case, it needs to sound more military here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't like that word, but this there's a certain snappiness into it, with, and those poggiaturas have to happen. So, because after the resolution of the poggiatura, this is basically the end of the phrase. Then we have another surge, another wave coming up, taking us to the high note here. And now the high notes are cruel because they have to be with the fourth finger. That's such good vibrato on the fourth finger, so they're not cruel for you.
Yippee.
But you have to work on them more than working and sustain them. Great, so you need to keep a little. It was musically great before that. And you know what? We have some kind of funny interference because of the sun. So let's move your recording so you can see what's going on. Yeah.
And I stand in front of it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit
That fixed
better. Yeah.
Stupid sound. It's actually.
Let's try one more time.
Whoa.
Ella, you're running out the bosses. And so keep the control and keep the in the string. You run out the bow. Save your bow. I am bothered that there are two really good notes and then the rest are not good. So can you make sure that your index finger, your hand are in charge for each one? So the pressure is there. That's much better. Yes. Now can we do this one more time in a more organized fashion? Now, what is this note? What pitch is that?
Third flat.
Okay, and what is this one? They have to be in tune with one another each and every time.
So,
Yes?
Here's the set from the
Yeah, that's right. You need to reset, so don't try to reach it. But you're going there from different position. The second time you were with different fingerings. You were in higher position. Yes, and on this one, Ella, you're running out of bows seriously, so just add more bows because this is it enters into just enormous music, right? And if you go, just. Have you seen recordings of Stefan Jakif? He's wonderful, I think half Japanese, half Ukrainian violinist, American. And he's just phenomenal, but just changing bows without hearing any changes on trills is kind of his hallmark. Like in Bruch Scottish Fantasy, the way he manages those trills would make you cry listening to that. It's so amazing. So this is try that because you have to create some sound. Take three bows. Yes, and it's important that you don't accent the changes. So nobody should be able to tell that you're changing bows. Yes. But you have to do it at the volume of the piece. You don't have to use whole bows. That's what you're. So that's simple. Well, now why suddenly the tempo got so drastically different? So with whatever tempo you start here, I'm sorry. Oh. No, yeah. In whatever tempo you start, that's what you need to keep.
That shift makes me mad.
So, you have just three distinct steps, right? One is singing, then it moves. Can you show them? Yeah, and then the third one. B flat, A, B flat, and we finally arrive at another B flat here for that. So it needs to sound more coherent. But suddenly it loses the gravity and the nobility, because there's too much rushing. Keep it pesante, keep it. Yeah, so it starts scooting forward when it becomes easy. Yes, and this pickup is heroic. So yes. Yeah, so it's how we started. I like the expansiveness of the triplets before that entire passage. So I want to encourage you to practice it like that with really full sound. Enjoy the blast of sound that's coming out. Okay, so now in the heroic place. Don't stop the bow. There's no rest, there's no dot, nothing, right? It has to go straight into the middle.
Can I go turn off my phone? This keeps buzzing.
Oh.
Tell people to stop calling me. That's very distracting.
I actually,
Like 3 times already.
I didn't hear that at all. But of course, your ears are so much younger, and you hear frequencies I can't hear. So.
It's just like a buzzing.
Oh, I heard that buzzing right now, but. You need to remain in third position, Ella. Here. Yes. Much easier, don't you think?
Yeah.
And same the next one.
Whoa.
To shift. No. The dot rhythm has to be right. Yeah, ba-bum. Do you need a pencil?
No.
Or? Yeah, sorry, I just have to turn on the light.
I don't know how to do this fingering. I don't know what you do.
You just slide.
It's just I thought I had to do like some.
Now, Ella, I wondered about something though. I'm struggling understanding the rubato and the rhythm and the inflection that you're putting here in this bar. Could it be more natural somehow? It needs to be more organic. What is your springboard note? The first first note is the G, yeah, and that's one that you're playing in such a wimpy way that it doesn't trigger anything after it. Yes. And now, are you happy with how the chromatic scale ends? Now, what do you need to do at the end of that scale? The word starts with T. It's the new word that you learned. So the sound has to taper as you go through that chromatic scale. And as it tapers, it also slightly relaxes the tempo, slightly slows down. So the two things they work hand in hand here. And that's what will make it more organic. Okay, the tapering part was great. So just make it more consistent. So here. Aren't there special things written underneath the first notes? Do you know how to do them? Do you know which is my favorite part of that second page? Yeah. It's like the heart and soul of everything that has happened, things that we're building up to. So you need to arrive on the E. Look, it's in forte. I know that it's the last note you play. But that's your trigger note. That's your springboard note for. And you're doing. And you need to have that pedestal. That's the pedestal on which you build then the sculpture. It's such an extraordinary line. Give me goosebumps. Yeah. Perhaps better bow distribution would help. Yeah, Ella, it's not sustaining enough. So on the way down, it needs to taper. Do you hear it? We're almost done. This is the last thing we're doing. I just want for us to complete this phrase. I know you're tired, so we'll stop after that. So yeah, not enough on the E. It's a down bow. It's a down bow. Save more bow for the E. Okay. Deal? So I'll see you again on Sunday. You need to review properly the next two pages of this. And I need to hear your gavotte.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just play the gavotte? No?
Not really.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fine. Have you done good work on it?
Yes.
So all of the things that we talked about, you got fixed?
Yes, and the rhythm is finally fixed on the da 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 dun 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 dun.
Okay, good. So may I ask, would you be able to play this music and think in terms of what we were talking here, like the contour of the line, and
I
the
can try.
cadence. Yeah, challenge yourself to do this kind of thinking because when you play good music, it makes a lot of sense.
Nee, ik zeg het nog.